Yeah, so looks like we did everything squared away here. Heaton playing Dreaming Fox against Cyriius as Kagalichu. Heaton's opening hand, we see a arcade focused double guided Star Cardinals on and Eldorathian Glory. Probably going to pitch that for sure, considering Well's not very much value if you don't have anything else to pair it with. Cyriius, though, looking at the Lily Pad, Wild Shard, Blood Shard, Sepulchra Crypt Dust, Runir Hierophant, and Double Animus of Nilzan.
So he is of course gonna toss that. Gonna take a much more reasonable opening hand. We've talked about Diamond Sapphire before. It's got focus, it's got guidance, it's got shards. That's basically a game-winning hand. It is important to note Cyriius is of course playing a slightly different Kagalichu than most of the ones we've seen today. It is a socket variant.
All right, so let's go ahead and get in on the action. Both players. Yeah, Arcane Focus opening hand has to be good, especially with guidance. That's just nuts. As Heaton will go first, we'll see the Wakuna coins come down for that diamond threshold and just passes over to Cyriius. Finds a Crypt Dust off the top.
We've still never seen what those Crypt Dust are for.
Maybe we'll see it this game. Silver Talon Adjudicator off the top for Heaton. He'll play out a Sapphire Shard. Arcane Focus looks at the top two cards. One of them will go in the hand, the other back in the deck. Finds a Well of Purpose, and he will now Guidance. Fate Weave draw a card. That is Clash of Steel.
I can see Clash of Steel being really big in this matchup, actually.
Back to Heaton, finds Dream Call.
I'm a big fan of main deck Dream Call. I know some other players think that it's pretty not great. I'm a big fan of the potential of free cards. It is basically going to be draw two, even in this hand.
MC with the, when you play a resource, this troop gets +1/+1. Dream Call for Heaton.
He only plays it for one here. So Dream Call lets you look at an artifact, a resource, a troop, a constant, and an action. A random one of each that you meet the thresholds to play. And then you can put X into your hand, where X is 1 to 5.
Wow, Rune Snatcher is actually kind of interesting with Runebind. We see Silver Talon Adjudicator come down, going to draw some cards. Runebind and Into the Unknown are those two cards for Heaton. There is a little bit of visual bug there on that Animus. It has a 7 on it.
Yeah, so just for pure discretion, so everyone watching is on the same field, that Animus is going to get turned into something that can gain counters, and at the end of the game, it is going to have that many counters on it. That's just a replay bug. They're working on fixing it.
Big swing here for 4. Heaton will take that to the chin. Both players now at 21 health as we go over to Heaton. Finds a Diamond Ice. And he'll be playing that out in Fate Weaving. Into the Unknown.
Yeah, turn it into a Scroll of Yazcan, if you wanted to know. So Into the Unknown is particularly valuable against artifact troops. Did you know this?
I did know this.
Because the transformation pool for artifacts, for those of you who don't know, includes resources.
Runebind doesn't find a shard, so that is still going to stay a mysterious rune for Cyriius.
Well, I mean, unless he Kagalichu's up a shard.
This is true. Kagalichu. And he does find a shard. Oh, what? No, it wasn't a shard. I thought it looked like a shard. I guess it wasn't. That was a weird.
Yeah, they have little basically they're little graphical bugs until they enter hand in the replay client.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. So at the start of Heaton's turn, finds a Diamond Ice. He'll Arcane Focus. Top two cards will be looked at. One of them will go in the hand. The other one back in the deck.
I really want him to use that Rune Snatcher to steal something.
Me too. Me too.
Like, I know it's simple. I know it's not the right thing to do at this moment, but I'm like, just do it. Just, you're never going to get this chance again in the top 8 finals.
Just snatch it. We're going to see Diamond Eyes Fate Weave here for Heaton. Decisions. I mean, arguably, he could wait until something better comes. He can Rune Bind it and then snatch it the next turn. He's going to Clash here. Leaving the Runear Hierophant for Cyriius. And we'll swing in for 3. This will hit Cyriius, take him down to 15. Transmogrifade. Gonna hit that Runear Hierophant.
Giant Centipede, not as threatening.
And here comes Yazukan. Interesting enough, we see that swing.
See, now that's the kind of card that I would want to turn into a rune and then steal. Come on, you can do it, Heaton.
Rune Bind targeting the Yazukan. And here comes the Rune Snatcher. Dream achieved. Thank you for the Yazukan. Even though I can't play it, I'm still going to snatch it away from you. And we see Oracle Song going to be played out. Draw 2 cards. Sapphire Ice, Wakuna Coins. The cards. Here comes a Dark Heart of Nulzon. That means each player will have to sacrifice a non-socketed troop at the start of their turns. Heaton sacrificing the Rune Snatcher, keeping the 3/2 flyer in the air. Dark Heart of his own.
The Rune Snatcher did what it needed to do.
Wakuna Coin's going to find a Rune Bind. Here comes a swing for 3. Quarter of Cyriius' health is now gone at 9. Dark Heart comes down. And we go back to Cyriius. Has to sacrifice the Killipede. Or Centipede.
And this Rune Bind is... Oh, it would have been great if there wasn't another Dark
one. Yeah. Kagalichu going to activate champion ability. Finds a resource. No. Again, I got to wait for that visual bug to finish up there.
Looks like you found a Shingami.
Shingami. Transmogrifade for Heaton. We'll swing in for 4.
Looking to bait a double block here.
And he does. Rune Bind.
I get a Rune Bind. Yeah.
Interesting choices here for Cyriius. We'll see Crypt Curse Knight come down. Transmogrifade going to go ahead and target that. Turn it into a Vesper.
And here comes the Shingami. Now I'm going to check because I'm genuinely curious. Yeah, that is just a Shingami. Nothing happened.
Nothing changed that into Shingami. It is a Shingami.
That is a card that Cyriius said when he was building his deck. Yeah, okay.
All right, just waiting for Heaton to decide what to do here.
Yeah, definitely not waiting for me to unpause.
All right, so at the start of Cyriius' turn, sacrifices, thanks to Dark Heart of Nulzon. No resource yet, so that mysterious rune, which is a Dark Heart in itself, just hanging out.
the slow, inevitable click of things coming down to it.
Pav Yazukan going to take out that Dark Heart of Nulzon. That scroll gaining
This means
counters.
the Shingami is going to make contact. No way. The Shingami was created by Dark Heart, says Cyriius. That makes more sense.
That makes sense. And here comes the attack. 6 damage inbound. More importantly, Shingami is going to connect onto Heaton. Scroll of Yazukan comes down. That has 7 counters on it, if that is the accurate number. Psychic Ascension, though, for Heaton. Good pickup. We'll turn it to the
that will be the number of counters it ends the game with. It will not change for the rest of this game.
Perfect. Oculus and Hailhawk. And there's a Blasphemous Horror. Swing in here for 9. We'll see a block with the Oculus. 5 damage to Heaton. He'll go to 10.
Notably, every time this Shingami makes connection, Cyriius gets the choice of voiding it. Voiding like all the troops he controls and bringing everything back from the crypt. Like this.
And yeah, that's pretty nice. Pav Yazukan, Eggblood Afflictor, Dark Heart of Nolzon, MC.
Pav Yazukan scrounges again, or has already retains its scrounge ability. Things are looking okay for Cyriius here, who was in trouble up until a minute ago, but can this Dream Call fix it? So weirdly, so you can only ever get 5 cards off of Dream Call, but you could, in theory...
Gets a Rune Snatcher as a result of the Dream Call. Snatches the rune, which in turn is now a Dark Heart of Nolzon. Mesa nice. Dawn Mesa Duo, Light of Day.
Light of Day is pretty good here. So, like I was going to say, is you can play it actually for whatever you want. The Dream Call, and you could have gotten a Sapphire Troop of X cost up to. So you could have played it for 8 and tried to use the Chrono Daemon.
Golden Avenger, 4/4 Swift Striker.
It's the second time today that a Paragon of Thoughts Light of Day has created a Golden Avenger.
Eggblood Afflictor is Sacrifice, which is going to create some Spiderling eggs in Heaton's deck. Poppy Pixie going to transform into a Merry Squirrel, so 6/6. Heaton's
a lot of damage coming in.
Yeah, Heaton's sitting at 10. Cyriius got to be careful here. He's also at 9 health. He's going to full swing minus the Pixie. We see blocks. Swift Strike going to take out the Dark Heart. Going to chump the 6/6, take 6, go to 4. And Dark Heart of Nolzon again for Cyriius. Not sure there's a way out here for Heaton. Sass to Sacrifice. Mask of the Avengers created as a result. Activation Champion Fire finds Indomitable Will. Not a great card here.
Not the Clash of Steel he wanted.
Dawn Mesa Duel will come out. Does have Life Drain. The possibility here to create 2 troops, right? Indomitable Will and Runic Chrysalis is going to do Mask of Avenger. Going to turn that in. So can still create 2 more troops off Indomitable Will and Runic Chrysalis.
Yep. Although Indomitable Will reads target blocking troop. So you can only create a troop, after you've already declared blockers. So you're no longer able to, just to finish the thought for people who...
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, that's an Iron Maw. But Iron Maw can't eat Runic Chrysophiles.
Sentry of Nolzon going to come down, reduce the cost of socketed cards. Now we have a Speed Crusader. Here comes the swing.
It is possible to survive this on 1 HP.
It is.
Really thinking about his blockers here.
I mean, he has to block the 4/4s. Nothing he can do there. He has to block all of them. He can take out the Dark Heart, jump the other two, play Indomitable Will just to create another troop. Or the Butterfly can block as well. Both are good there. Good point there. That should have been thing. He could have blocked the Thunderbird against the paw, and then that would have killed it as well.
Thanks I literally just said that all while I was muted. Damn it.
All right, so we see activation here with the Scrounge. Pesky Pipit's going to come out, which means that's going to create a random squirrel at the end of Cyriius' turn. No way for Heaton to respond to this. Oh, wow, that Fluffy Tail coming down, doing some work against those flyers. Cyriius with the Fluffy Tail.
Yeah, and it really needed to be Clash of Steel here.
Into the Unknown's going to make that Woolsey Rabbit. Heaton clinging to life, but it's not really going to matter here. Sitting at 2, and that formidable board across from him. That Web Spinner does give Spiders Rage too, correct? I believe. So even the Spiderling would kill him. Going to create a Pesky Pipit. Mask will come down. Turn into a 6/4 Avenger. Illuminate will create a Candlekin. Still not enough.
It's trying so hard.
Runier Hierophant. Web Spinner comes down. Spider gets Rage. That's more than enough by the Spider alone. That's going to do it. And Cyriius will take game number 1.
Hard fought battle. Like there was no relenting there.
Cyriius up a game. Very good match there. We'll bring you game number 2 here shortly. You guys are watching the HEX Bash top 8, currently in casting the quarterfinals. Players trying to make the semifinals to be in the cash, in the money, if you will. Cyriius up 1-0 over Heaton. We'll take a look at opening hands for both players. Heaton here with a Sapphire Ice, triple Wells, Transmogrifade, Guidance, and Dark Heart of Nolzon. For Cyriius, looks like a Blood Shard, a Well of the Ancients, Pesky Pipit, Rapaw Gang, Steel Intel, Animus of Nolzon, and a Hero Fall.
That Steel Intel all about taking that Psychic Ascension. Also, Sapphire Diamond, just keeping a hand with a Guidance. That's all they need.
So both players just playing out their turn 1 resources, looking to make something of it. Heaton finds a Runebind off the top. Here comes Well of Purpose into a Guidance. Will Fate Weave and draw a card. Probably not looking for a resource. Finds Weave into nothing. Cyriius passes back over to Heaton. Finds an Arcane Focus. I guess that's pretty good, right? Arcane Focus off the top. Goes for that double Sapphire to keep Weave into nothing available. And just passes it to Cyriius. Sees what he wants to do. Lily Pad will come down. Here comes that Runier Hierophant. And it's going to be weaved into nothing. So that'll go into the crypt. Heaton will Fate Weave.
It's a great weave.
And Clash of Steel off the top. Here comes that Well of Purpose. And Arcane Focus looks at the top 2 cards. One will go into hand, and that's a Dream Call. Nice pickup there. Kagalichu going to be activated. Rooney or Hierophant as a result. And we're going to see Dream Call here at the end of Cyriius' turn. We'll see what Heaton picks up as a result of that. Making his selection.
Yeah, it's 5 random cards. You got to look at which ones are going to be actually useful for you.
Eternal Bastion and Winter Brave.
Ooh, Eternal Bastion could be really big here.
Oof. And Eternal Bastion with the +2 defense gem. Let's see a Blood Shard from Cyriius, now at 5 resources. Culmination of Blood, not a thing yet. Animus and Nolzon will come down. Rooney or Hierophant will get +1/+1 as a result. No swing. And we'll see what Heaton will take off the top for his draw. A Dark Heart of Nolzon. So we see Clash of Steel forcing Cyriius to sacrifice a card, and it's going to be that Rooney or Hierophant wanted to keep the Animus and Nolzon on the board. And we'll see Transmogrifade. Turning it into, wow. Not
Battlefield Ironsmith.
Yeah. Blood Ice here for Cyriius, allowing him to Fate Weave. No swing, no need. Back to Heaton. Finds an Into the Unknown. Content just to sit back and relax. Let Cyriius play some cards and have him interact with it. Cyriius now. He'll play that Underworld Crusader. And we'll see Into the Unknown target the Crusader. We'll see what it turns into.
Those Crusaders no longer have speed, which means they have +2 attack when something goes to the crypt.
Ooh, that was a Untamed Duskwing as a result. Wow, that was a good Into the Unknown there. And
probably drops Bastion here. Yeah.
Swing in here for 2. Cyriius will take it to the chin, goes to 19. Cyriius does have a way to answer that Eternal Bastion. Hero Fall, going to target that. Hit for 2 here. Cyriius will go down to 17. Dark Heart of Nolzon, so that means Cyriius will have to start sacrificing non-socketed cards at the start of his turn. That Ironsmith, the selected target.
2 Rune Binds to protect it.
Swinging with that Duskwing for 1. Heaton will fall to 20. Rotpaw Gang now over to Heaton. Doesn't have to sacrifice because both his cards, of course, are socketed. And we see a second Dark Heart of Nolzon. That means Runebind here on the Rotpaw Gang. And a swing for 6.
So the big thing about doing the Runebind on the Rotpaw Gang, aside from being able to swing in, is if it's sacrificed as a rune, it can never recur itself.
So effectively nullifying that Rotpaw Gang as a result of Runebind. Cyriius playing out a resource now at 7.
little bit of thinking going on. Choosing between maybe Pipit and Culmination. Trying to see if there's a way for Cyriius to survive here. Heaton maybe gonna sneak game 2 out. Looking at Crypts because of the Steel Intel.
We see Steel Intel targeting Heaton. Oh, and takes Clash of Steel. So Clash of Steel going to come down, but be met with Runebind.
Which effectively means it's going away, as the Dark Hearts will force it to sacrifice.
Animus of Nolzon will come down. Socketed card, so we'll be able to at least mitigate some of this damage with a chump. Shard off the top. Activation Champion Power gets an Oracle Song. He'll play that. Draw 2 cards. Finds a Guidance and a Runebind. Guidance finds Transmogrifade. Here comes a Shard. Here comes a swing for 10. Chump block here. Cyriius will go to 3. Here comes Transmogrifade on that Animus. Turns it into a Battle Master. And both that and the Runebind are now sacrificed as a result of the Dark Heart.
Yeah, I don't think Cyriius has a way out here. Can he play the Pipit and scrounge the Yazakan? Like, are they both possible? Even if they are, that's a Runebind.
And Runebind targeting that Pav Yazakan. That's going to do it. And Heaton will force a game number 3. All right, so we're getting ready to show you the match, game 3 match here between Cyriius and Heaton. And looks like we are ready to go. We'll take a look at opening hands for both players. So for Cyriius, looks like double Monsagi Lilypad, double Scorn of Oberon, Dark Heart of Nolzon, Acolyte of Shoku, and MC Enter of Nolzon. Over on Heaton's side, we see Diamond Shard, Wakuna Coins, Clash of Steel, Transmogrifade, Into the Unknown, Weave Into Nothing, and Guidance.
Guidance and Shards, good to go. On the other side, though, Cyriius really kind of struggling to get some valuable cards here. That MC is the biggest game he's got at the moment.
Players playing out their turn 1 resources. Back to Cyriius. Finds a Sepulchre Crypt Dust. He'll play the dust out. And MC on the field for Cyriius. Passes it over to Heaton.
That is, of course, the +1 per resource socket in the MC.
Guidance into a Diamond Eye, so that'll allow him to Fate Weave. So no other plays. We go back to Cyriius. Finds a Monsagi Lilypad off the top. We'll play that. MC will gain +1/+1. Make it a 3/3. Here comes Acolyte of Shoku. And a swing here for 3. Heaton will go down to 22, but still 1 health above Cyriius.
It's kind of funny. Cyriius really wants that Acolyte of Shoku to stick to the board so he can use the 3rd Lilypad. Ooh, a Pocket Army.
That's not a bad. It's not a bad thing there. MC arguably better, but Pocket Army still a thing. Guidance for Heaton.
Very Rick and Morty, the Pocket Army. Like, it's this little guy that just builds his own army out of himself kind of thing. These Scorns of Oberon really aren't doing what they need to do in this hand.
Battle Hopper, Kagalichu. Finds a Steel Intel.
Not bad. He did show that to his opponent with the Kagalichu charge power, though.
Pocket Army going to be played out and has +1/+1. Heaton will play out a Sapphire, double diamond, double Sapphire. 4 resources, just going to hold up. Rune Ear Hierophant. We see a Wild Ice come down. We'll allow him to Fate Weave. Pocket Army activation. We're going to see a swing for 1. Heaton, with that hit, will be equal in health to Cyriius now. And we'll see Dream Call. Looks like a resource, a Frost Blast. Is that a cult?
Blast is really good.
Is that a cult of the Nameless City as a result as well?
Sure, I believe so, yeah. Not bad, not bad. The cult will at least put a clock on.
But again, against the Kagalichu deck, do you think he minds if stuff is going into the crypt?
Yeah, I mean, he cares as much as anything else, right? Like, the more stuff going into the crypt, the more diluted it becomes for his charge power, and the less valuable his charge power comes because he might bury himself out.
Good point.
He gets a benefit on his pivots, though. And maybe the culminations of blood.
Here comes that Scorn of Oberon, going to target that cult of the Nameless City.
It's probably also going to revert the 1/1 Pocket Army to re-give it its power. Or to turn it back into an MC, actually.
Ah, that's a good point. It will turn it back into an MC.
Could see a weave into nothing here. Heaton considering maybe not letting all this value go.
I don't know. I think at this point, maybe... No, he is. He's going to Into the Unknown, not Weave. So he's going to Into the Unknown, the Pocket Army. That turned it into a Broombot?
And turn the other one into a Howling Plains Bluegrass.
That's the thing.
Beep boop. Broombot is here in the top 8 finals.
Rune Ear Hierophant for Cyriius. Here comes the swing. Pocket Army for 2. Heaton will take that hit and go to 19.
Unfortunately, Cyriius is stuck with a sweeper in hand and no troops on the opposing side.
Clash of Steel decides to keep that Rune Ear Hierophant. Heaton does have that Frost Blast in hand too. As we go over to Cyriius, finds a Sepulchre Crypt Dust. He'll play that out. Here comes the Dark Heart. Will this be woven into nothing? It is. So weave into nothing on that Dark Heart. Here comes the swing for 2. Heaton. Again, going to take that 2, go down to 17.
Almost a reasonable amount of health. And you consider that that's -8 on his starting health total.
Sapphire Ice will allow Heaton to Fate Weave. Silver Talon Adjudicator, less health and less cards, so gain 5 health, draw some cards. Cyriius finding an MC off the top. We'll go ahead and play that out. Power up the Rune Ear with +1/+1. Here comes Broombot at 4/3 Boombot. Now the Rune Ear is a 4/4. Swinging in for 4. Heaton just gained some health, so probably okay with taking this hit. Nope, gonna go ahead and block. Decides to protect his health total. Silver Talon Adjudicator will go into the crypt. Heaton with a decision here. Decides Clash of Steel is what he wants to do. Cyriius will keep the Runier Hierophant.
It's interesting because he's keeping the Runier because it's the most reliable against removal. But, you know, Heaton doesn't exactly run a whole lot. But then he does have his Frost Blast that we know about.
Transmogrifade, going to go ahead and hit that Underworld Crusader. Turns it into the Wrench. Frost Blast going to target that Hierophant. Cyriius can't really do much here. This will also allow Heaton to Fate Weave, so he'll be able to play something. That 5/5 Abomination, though, as a result.
Not too shabby.
Into the Unknown off the top for Heaton. Going to go and use Champion Power to create Oracle Song. We'll draw 2 cards. Sapphire Shard and Psychic Ascension.
Well, he's got to be very careful with that Psychic Ascension. He knows about Cyriius's Steel Intel.
Here comes Psychic Ascension. Heaton now the Paragon of Thought. 1 health lead over Cyriius. Cyriius does have some response here. It looks like he's going to Aspect of the Squirrel.
His Abomination. I think he's trying to draw out any removal right now so he can get a free Psychic Ascension. And this is going to replace itself because of its scrounge.
8/8 Abomination. Blood Ice at the start of Cyriius' turn. And here he goes, trying to go for that Steel Intel. Heaton will allow it, so Psychic Ascension.
I guess he's going to Runebind the Ascension instead for the maximum resource deny.
Blood Ice will allow Cyriius to Fate Weave.
Ooh. And he could get punished for this because he almost certainly doesn't want a resource here, right? So we've seen this before. Here comes the Psychic Ascension, and then it's Runebound. And we know there's no resource coming next turn. Or we're reasonably sure.
Reasonably sure, yeah. But that hit for 8 is going to take Heaton down to 14. Paragon of Thought. Ooh, Crackling Blast. As a result. Inflict Doubt. Going to be put on to that Abomination.
This is a defensive Abomination now. Can't attack, can't defend.
Pesky Pippet for Cyriius. Doesn't have the scrounge, I believe, to make that effective. We'll see Munsagi or Necropolis Coin going to go ahead and draw a card. Blood Shark goes down. Heaton at 12. Gemborn Prowler. Going to go ahead and take out that Socketed Troop. Abomination just kind of sitting there going, I can't do much. I'll just be here hanging out. Eldorathian Glory. See Tail of Destiny off the activation of Champion Power.
Not the first time we've seen Tail of Destiny today.
Glory comes down. Tail of Destiny, Empress of Ice.
Brutal, and he already has 5 Sapphire Threshold.
Oh my gosh.
Things are looking good for Heaton.
Iremaw off the top for Cyriius. We'll play Iremaw. It's going to battle. And then Aspect of Squirrel. Going to make it a 6/7. Taking out the Empress. back over to Heaton. We'll play a resource out, can activate champion power, create a random action. Going to swing here for 7. We see the block. And Crackling Blast going to take out that Iron Maul. And, yeah, that will create a 5-cost legendary. 5/5 with Steadfast. That
Old Martyred Saint.
it gives you a Steadfast. Yeah, that's not too bad. Exarch of the Egg for Cyriius. And Epiphany going to draw some cards. Also create a troop. So again, Paragon of Thought showing its power here. Creating actions which creates troops. Runebind now. Arcane Focus going to be played. Creates a Depth Crawler. Paragon of Thought activation will create a random action that he meets thresholds for. Cleansing Touch is a thing. And here comes the swing. 16 damage. We'll see blocks. 7 damage going to be assessed to Cyriius. Take him to 9. He'll lose that Diligent Counselor.
It's all kind of the same here. it's just Cyriius hanging on by a thread, and I don't think he's going to be able to claw back in here.
Cyriius finds a Hero Fall. Going to take out that Glory. Unfortunately for him, Heaton does have a way to respond with Runebind. Cleansing Touch, going to create a Talon Keep Watcher, excuse me. Valor, going to create
Spine Scuttler.
Spine Scuttler, yeah. And here comes a swing. 8 damage. We'll see Cyriius taking go to 1. Guidance. Going to create that Mystic. Spiderling Egg generated, so another blocker. But not really much Cyriius can do here. He's just kind of on life support.
Yeah, he's looking to top deck about 5 shards that he can all play this turn and life drain.
Wild Ice gonna allow him to Fate Weave. Kagalichu activation here. Finds a coin, so he can go ahead and use that. Take Heaton down to 10. Finds a Crypt Curse Knight.
We're getting there.
We're almost there. Pesky Pipit's going to come down. That'll create a random squirrel, but it's going to be weaved into nothing. And then Winter Widow on top of it's going to go ahead and stun that Spiderling. Crypt Curse Knight, unfortunately, not going to do it. Cyriius, just waiting for the inevitable here as we start the turn for Heaton. Confounding Ire, Runebind in hand. Not needed, though. Here comes the swing with everything. Minus the defensive troop. We'll see a block. But that's going to do it. Heaton will take down Cyriius 2-1 and advance to the semifinals.
That would have been a much different game if both players were Paragons of Thought.
It would have been. I agree. It would have been different.